Yo, yo. Hope everybody's good, man. Hope everybody's good. Let's go ahead and get this going. Throw this out to everybody. I know if you was watching the beginning, I wasn't speaking. I was just finishing up call after call here, man. I know there's some earnings things going on, but it ain't nothing you can really do about earnings right now. So let's talk about the stuff you need to hear. So I'm throwing this out, and we're going to go ahead and get into this, man. All right, cool, man. What's up? Welcome to Mindset Mondays. Just your favorite way to end the week, your reminder, your check-in, because we are coming off the weekend. And when you're coming off the weekend and you're coming into Monday, it's kind of like it's like you having an off season, right? You trading all week, you prepping, and then all of a sudden you take a little bit of a break. For a lot of us, we really don't take a break. We're looking at charts, but the market hasn't moved since Friday, so it's good to have that mental check-in. How's your mental capital doing right now? Mine's is doing very well, but I have to say, I've seen some performances today from people in my team. Team did pretty well. You know what I mean? For a choppy day, man. Today was choppy. It was sideways. It was a mess. This is where we get in trouble, and this is where the market sits back and exposes everybody for their weaknesses. A choppy market will test you, and it's the choppy days that destroy most traders, man. It's crazy because it's like the market did absolutely nothing, but I'm behind the screen pushing buttons. I know that FMOC is Wednesday. I've been to all of Xavier's spaces, and he's been telling me it's going to be choppy Monday and it's going to be choppy Tuesday. He was telling me that Friday. And I know that this is going to happen. But for some odd reason, when you came off that weekend and you sat in that chair Monday morning, you decided to get in some shit. You took a loss, didn't you? You ain't listen to X. You got smacked up. And that's why you need that reminder, man. Because it's not really about making all this money, it's about keeping the shit. You can make all the money in the world today. That shit gone tomorrow, you don't have nothing. It didn't even, all of it was for literally nothing. And it's not just the losses, it's the decisions that we make after the losses that's the real issue. I mean, think about it. On your green days, if you I don't even know the majority of people here. I know you guys know me. I love all you, but I don't know you on a personal level. I don't know who you are as a trader. But I can almost guarantee you, for any day trader in here, if you look at your log, your green days will have significantly less trades than your red days. I can almost guarantee that it happens. Why? Because on those days, your mental was in check because you were green off the rip. You followed your plan, and in 9 out of 10, you left. Now, your red days, that's where you overtrade. And why do you overtrade? Because you're in front of a market like this. I mean, I literally seen the market do literally nothing at open, and by fucking 9:45, I know people who have 12 trades on. Like, what? That has to stop. You have to leave that alone. This is the thing that's really holding you back, man. What's the difference between a 4-figure trader, a 5-figure trader, and a 7-figure trader? The 7-figure trader does things that nobody understands because he's the one with the fucking money. We need to listen to these people. These are people we need to listen to because they'll tell you straight up, I don't have a setup, I'm leaving. I know the market's going to be choppy. A lot of these bigger guys, they're not putting no money, capital up on a week full of earnings, a week full of Fed events, a week full of possibilities of market volatility. We're not putting millions on the line. We're going to wait for that stuff to happen after because we know it's going to move because of it. A lot of these guys didn't even show up to work. This is one of the lowest volume traded days that's ever happened. Why is retail here pushing buttons every 2 seconds? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Now, me personally, I traded. I know I sound like a hypocrite. And I went 0 for 1 on my first trade, but guess what? I lost 8%. Turned around, got in the trade for 22%. I'm green on the day. I'll see you tomorrow. That was my day. But a lot of people stayed around, not in my team, but just out here in the world, pushing this button over and over and over again. And you're sitting here setting yourself up for failure. So how do we turn this around? The one thing that we have to do as a unit collectively is have a plan. Everybody says the same shit. Nobody fucking explains the shit. They're like, yo, have a plan, have a plan. Well, what's a plan? A plan is a list of stocks that you study. And a trading system is how you're going to execute them. So there's 2 components you guys need. In theory, all you need to be a successful trader is a trading plan / system, which FinTwit has given out to everybody. There's YouTube nowadays. That trading plan system shit is not the hard part. You need number 2, which is the discipline to follow that trading plan. It takes a lot of discipline to sit behind the screen for 8 hours and not do a damn thing. It takes a lot of discipline to say it kind of looks good, but it's not all the way good, so therefore I'm not going to get in the trade. But guess what? That's what you need to do to win. If you can't do that, don't do this. I'm telling you, you could do so much more somewhere else. This is the thing you need to win, because it's like we all have access to the same information. I can show you shit you already know. There ain't no difference here. The only difference is me, the guy that's driving the car. I'm driving it better because I'm not on the track every second of the day. That's the difference. Stop focusing on the entry and the exit. Focus on you, because you're the one driving the damn car. Also focus on you because this is single player mode. I don't care what people are saying they doing. It's about how you doing. How you doing right now? Where's your mental at? Where's your account at? What's your port at? Your port's green? You're not green. You overtraded today. Then you have a problem that you need to fix internally with yourself and your emotions. So it's literally just a mindset. So going back to it, I would rather you take off on days you know it's going to be choppy. You know you're going to put money in the market. You know there's a possibility of you losing that money. I mean, as traders, we're glued to the screen so much. I'd rather you take off and go spend time with your family, because you need to be able to balance that time and that life with your outside life in order to perform better here. If you're all about trading all second every day, you would never want to leave your screens. And because you don't want to leave your screens, you're going to be behind your screens. And what are you going to do behind your screens for 8 hours and not trade? What if that happens for a week straight? You're going to push a button. So the first thing I want you to do is sit back, figure out your trading plan, figure out your trading strategy. Your plan is to isolate a watch list, whether it's every day, every week, whatever. Consistently, a watch list of stocks. And once you have that watch list, you need an execution method. You don't just say, hey, I'm just buy Tesla at 930. There's got to be some type of method that comes in, and it's a checklist. It broke my trigger. It's above MACD. It's above VWAP. It's above some type of moving average. Something, man. Have that happening on a lower time frame. Now that you got your plan and your system there, you need to develop the discipline to only act when it happens. And that's when you hit it hard. You want to make 1,000%. You want to try to YOLO some shit. I'd rather you try to YOLO an A+ setup versus you YOLO in a bunch of random things trying to make money back. Okay? That's the trade you get in and you hit that thing hard and you keep the risk tight. Every trade you put on, you should either make a lot of money, make a little bit of money, break even, or lose a little bit. You should never be in a position where you're losing a lot. And if you are in a position where you're losing a lot, you need to readjust, buy more time, switch your strategy up, make a stop tighter, because it's not really about the upside; it's about the downside, man. Now, when I first started trading, I was making all kinds of money, but I was leaking out everywhere. I would fuck around, make 6 figures in a month, turn around 2 days, lose all of it. That was me in the beginning. And it wasn't until after pain of me getting torched and having to tell everybody, like the worst feeling is when you get torched and you have to go when you're younger, right? And you got to go to the table, Thanksgiving table, and you like 20. Everybody's like, look what this kid's doing. He's trying to make money trading and he lost it all, right? That's the worst thing that can happen, bro. You know, you feel crazy. You feel wild, man. You don't want to go through that. So after going through all that when I was younger, I cut my losses, man. Shit. I'm the first one out the trade. Bam, I'm out. No hesitation. Why? Because I can get back in. Man, I'm telling you, it sucks so much when you do so much with your plan, and you make so much, not just progress in your P&L, but progress in you, then you take a big loss. When you take that big loss, you start doubting everything about you. You're like, dude, I don't know if trading's for me. I don't know if you know what I mean? And then somehow a lot of you got, for me, somehow a lot of times I would just bounce back. Not everybody can do that. You know, that was luck. That was in my beginning career. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, man. I was going from chart to chart to chart to trade to trade to trade. I was selling spreads. I was doing a ton of things in the beginning, man, just to try to make money. And it wasn't until I sat back and I looked at everything and I said, what's the commonality of all my winning trades? They happened around this time and they had this formation. So I started focusing there. And then guess what? I started making a criteria. Well, if the MACD is doing this and it has volume and it has this price action, boom, I'm a trade. And guess what? Consistency happened. Now, because I experienced that consistency coming from those losses, I've now in my current career, I don't fuck around, man. I get the fuck out and I won't pull the trigger unless everything lines up. I don't care who's on FinTwit screaming and yelling about 1,000%. I don't care who's on whatever snap chat room or audio feed or live stream you're watching. I don't care because it's me versus me right now, right? And in the game of me, I know it's going to win because I've done it consistently. Now, because I know it's going to work, I'm never going to trade outside of that. And that's the reason for overtrading, because most people do not believe in their trading plan. An impulse trader is just a trader who has never experienced true consistency. If you experience consistency and you can be free, and all you got to do is put your happy ass down and stick your hands in your pocket and wait till 10:30 to push a button, you ain't going to do anything else. I'm telling you, once you get exposed to freedom, there's no getting unexposed, bro. Once you go full time, there's no going back to work. You can never do it. And if you know your freedom and likelihood is depending on it, you're not going to do that knucklehead shit. So I'm going to remind you, like we said this weekend, coming into this week, you need to keep your head together. Don't let today happen again. I know who you are. I see a couple of you in here. Don't let today happen again. And going into tomorrow, we're going to follow the plan. All right? Going into this week, we have a lot of opportunity to make a lot of money. We got FMOC coming up. We got GDP coming up. We got some PCE coming up. These are all events that are going to make the market go left, right, up, and down like crazy. I'm excited for it. But I'm not excited to come to work Monday and Tuesday and watch the fucking market do nothing. So therefore, I don't want to waste all my cheddar and go through the emotional roller coaster and not be prepared for Wednesday, because 17 out of 17 Wednesdays, these kind of Wednesdays, we caked. We destroyed it. Do it again. And that one trade's going to save me. All right. That one trade's going to push my P&L up. And that's why I tell people straight up, trading less is more, man. The best I've ever done in my career were weeks where I was like 4-4. Those were some massive hits, bro. And I never went back, and I felt better. And I traded less, and I worked less, and I was enjoying my life a lot more. You know, I was on vacation recently. I took my family to Disney World, right? And then from Disney World, I sent my family back, and me and my wife took her to Miami. Bro, I did not want to trade at all. I mean, I love trading, but I love traveling more. You know what I mean? Traveling is my thing, right? But all right, so while I'm on vacation and I don't want to trade, in theory, I don't want to be behind the screens. Try this. Just go. If you have a trading system and a trading plan, just go on a 2-week vacation, bring your laptop with you, and see how much better you will do. Why? Because you do not want to be behind the screen. You're going to go in here, the mentality, you're going to tell your wife, I do this all the time. Babe, I'm working on vacation. My bad, but I'll be done by 11. Guarantee your ass is out that door by 11. I guarantee your wife will come get you. So you're going to notice 2 things. You're not going to have the pressure to trade. You're not going to want to trade every day. 3 things. And you're going to want to leave every day. So what's that mean? If this setup isn't fucking juicy, I mean, everything is there, I'm not going to get a trade while I'm on vacation. So why don't you do that at home? Why? Why are you taking these YOLO trades, man? Oh, there's a student in here. I'm talking directly to him. I chew my students out, man. This is the shit I be doing to my students after a time, right? In the beginning, it's all love. I know, you know what I mean? I know we're working to a common goal, but there's a certain expectation at some point. I'm an athlete. I've been getting yelled at since day one, so I'm going to smack you upside your head. But, coming back, he was on vacation. We had the same conversation. Coming back, why are you doing these things? And it's literally you. It's you versus you. I've seen you trade, bro. You're one of the guys on my team that took a very small account and brought that shit to 6 figures. I mean, that's evidence. And you did it 3 times. But you're shooting yourself in the foot. And that's the thing of a trader, man. No matter how good you are or how long you do this, we can all fall victim to our emotions, man. And that's why sometimes you got to have a mental break from trading. Because trading is a lot on you mentally. I mean, mentally, of a tough week of ups and downs, on Friday, bro, you could be drained. People, and I tell people this all the time. They're like, "You drained from sitting behind a computer?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah." Sometimes I'm more tired from trading than hitting the gym, and I lift heavy, you know? So you need a little bit of a break. So make sure you guys are constantly having breaks during the day. Don't sit behind the computer all day. Literally, this is what I do. I'm in the trade. If I'm not in trade by 11, I'll literally walk away for 30 minutes. I'm just going for a half hour, grab me a quick little bite to eat, talk to my wife for a little bit, come back. Sit down there, fill up the market for another hour. If nothing's going on, I'm walking away. Now, all this changes if I get into a trade. If I get into a trade at 10 o'clock, 9:45, whatever, and I got clear indication we're going somewhere, like we're going from trigger to target, I'm there until the trade's done. That's different. But I'm talking about when your plan's not lining up, those are the days you need to be away from the screen. And when your plan is lining up, those are the days you want to be at the screen, right? Because here's the flipped up part. Most traders that don't go profitable is because their losses are bigger than their winners. But for me in my journey, majority of my losing trades were green at one point. It's crazy. And this is going to freak your mind. And a lot of my red trades were were red at one, were green at one point as well. So what I'm trying to say is these trades that I was getting my ass wiped on, I could have just eliminated the whole thing from happening from cutting my losses. And I could have, and on my green trades, I cut them too early. Like, you know, it's like I will hold through a trade that was down 40, 50, 60, 70%. But man, as soon as I was up 20%, I'm like, dude, I need to get out the trade. That can't happen. You have to learn how to hold on to those winners. Like literally just do the opposite. Because when you get in a losing trade, you find every reason to stay in that trade. Oh, especially if you believe in it. Oh, especially if somebody else is watching it. Somebody else got you in the trade and you in it with somebody else. Like back in the day when I would like follow like influencers in the trades, I would just hold on to these things. I would get in late and just be inside these trades and find every reason to stay in these trades, bro. And I get wiped. In a minute I got in the green trade, bam, I took profit. Guess what? Net over the course of a month, I'm leaking. So you have to get to a place where number one, you trading a plan. This is why we want you to trade a plan, trade a system. When you have a system in the plan, you've experienced some form of consistency and you know that this thing is more than likely going to work. This is why we're trading it. Like we came to trade to make money. Like just let's be real with each other. The reason why I'm a trader is to make money. You can say freedom, this, that, and the third, but that money you make as a trader funds your freedom. Okay. So I didn't come to work to try to make $20, $30, 20%. I came to work to try to make some serious bank. So with that being said, the only way you're going to make money is if you hold on to winners. Oh, it's so hard. Oh, I'm telling you, man. It sounds so simple, but most people can't do it. So this is what you got to do. Two ways. Number one, scale. I'm telling you, man, managing the risk down. Well, the first things first, you got to have everything lined up. You got to have your trigger, your target, and a stop loss. You literally, I draw lines through it as visual representation. You need to actually see it. There's no way around it. You need to see, because I know when you trade options and you're looking at the stop, you don't really see a stop loss there for most people. Physically on your chart, draw a line right to where you're going to stop out. Draw a line at right where you're going to take profit at, and draw a line or have an area, an idea of where you can end at. And you can see the distance between your trigger and your stop, and the distance between your trigger and your price target. If these things are way bigger on the win end on the end of your target range, that's a good trade. Number one, you start there. It has to do that. So when I see that and I'm looking at it, I'm like, bro, if I'm right, I'm gonna make a lot of money. Versus when I'm wrong, I ain't gonna lose shit. I'm gonna lose a couple $100. When I take that trade and I actually physically see and understand that, I don't give a fuck what happens. Why? Because I can't control what happens. The only thing I can control once I get in this trade is my entry and exit. And if I know where I'm taking profit, if I go to my profit target, it's going to be 9 times bigger than where I go to take my loss. I feel extremely confident in the trade because I took this trade many times. It's all played out already. It's different now. I'm in a situation. I'm playing the system, and that's where my confidence comes from. A lot of people cut out trades because they're not confident in their system because they don't know where the fuck this thing's going. They just in the trade. So draw that line through where you're going to stop out. And know the only thing you can control is the price hits that stop line, you get out of the trade. So when you get in the trade and you have your stop there, just let it happen. Until it stops you out, stay in the trade if the trade's based off a system that has worked in the past. I've been in trades, I've been down on them. A lot of times I'm red before I'm green. That's fine. This is a winning trade. It's above my stop. It's going to work out. Bam. Now, once that trade gets going, this is when we start talking about scaling. Scaling and moving stops up. You up 25%, you need to take something off that trade. So I ain't got to come. I know you want them to hold it all the way to target, but we trade options. And especially if you're on my team trading 0 DTE, SPX, we in the dangerous pit. So because we're in this dangerous pit, we got to protect ourselves. I'm up 25%. I take a quarter off my big account. Usually on my mid-size account, which was a small account, I take 3 SPX at a time as my full-size lot. Once I'm up 25%, I take 1 off. I got 2 on. 1 contract of SPX is all you really need to make some good money. Now that I'm up 25%, where's my stop? How do you validate that you're in a winner? You're in a trade, and you get in a trade, and it makes a swing high and a swing low, and turns around and hits that high, you're in a winning trade. Let me say this again. If you get in a trade, and it makes a jump, and then you get a swing high, turns around and makes a swing low above your stop loss, and then hits that high again, you're in a winning trade. That's the one you want to hold. And then guess what? Once that happens, wherever that swing low is, move your stop up right there. And let it happen again, or let it run to your target. And every time you get that swing high and swing low in the lower time frames, just bring that stop up. I'm telling you, it's never really failed for me. I'm either going to get stopped out and lose a little, or that shit going to keep going. And that's it. That's literally all it is. That's all you got to do. Now, what's the flip side? It's very simple. When you're wrong, you see that line that I told you to draw? That's the eject button. Get active trader. They got this really big red button. They got 3 of them. One says join ask, one says sell the bid, one says sell market. Hit one of those fucking buttons when it touches the stop line. Let me say it again, because everybody says the same thing. I'm going to stop out here. I'm good. Until they see the red, they're like, oh, I want to make my $200 back. Well, guess what? That negative $200 can go to negative $3,000 really fast. 0 to 100 real quick. So stop out. That's it. Stop the fuck out of the red trades. And if you know your statistics, you're going to be okay. Currently, I'm shooting a 75% win rate. So I don't care if I stop out. I'm winning the majority of the times I pull the trigger. If I lose this one, fuck it. I lost a little bit. Fuck it. That's how you got to be. You like that, bro? You have no choice but to win in this game. Put yourself in positions where you have to win. Don't even try to be in that position where it is like that doubt. Only take these trades that line up with your setup and let's get this fucking money, man. It's simple. Everybody should be banking. We killing it over here. I'm not I'm not all the time on FinTwit screaming and yelling. All the drama's annoying. But me and my team, we killing it over here. Everybody should be doing this thing. It's simple. It's too much focusing on the chart and not enough focusing on you. That's all it is. Focus on you. Literally understanding yourself through these trades and understanding how your decision process works would change everything about your trading. You notice actual traders that are actually like self-confident about trading. Like they're like scared to pull the trigger. Like it's crazy how the fear of failure will actually cause you to fail. Stop being scared about what could go wrong and study your statistics and start worrying about what could go right. Because when that shit goes right, it goes really right. All you got to do is protect it. That's simple, man. But I guess I'm done ranting, man. I wanted to get on here. Hope this helped. I hope you guys like this. If you like this, I'll keep throwing this Mindset Monday series out and about. We'll make it like an every Monday thing. But if you like it, make sure you tag me in the post so I can know. If not, I won't do it no more. But besides that, I'm out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I actually got to run. I should be live at about 9:15, 10 o'clock tonight. Feel free to stop by. We're going to trade ideas on how we're going to hit this market tomorrow. I'm thinking a lot of chop. But more importantly, Wednesday's the start of the fireworks show. So I'm out of here, guys. I'm done talking. See you guys. See you guys on the flip side.